Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Okay, now let's have a look on the gold market. In the weekend we have made the preliminary work and we said that an area around 3270, 3290 it will be an area that we will be watching for. In particular, to see what response of the market will be there, because this is the first area that is more or less suitable for possible upward continuation. But this could happen only if the short-term tendency, bullish tendency, stands intact. Under the short-term tendency, I understand most recent upward action, this one. So breaking of the short-term tendency, it will not break the overall major direction, because we have also the long-term tendency, right? Depending on what will happen around 3270, it tells us whether the market will start upward action here, following these high lows and high highs sequence, or we will get first a bit deeper retracement, and maybe later we will get a kind of the larger ABCD pattern, because the bullish tendency now is based mostly on this grower. Directional pattern suggests taking out of this top, and this target has not been reached. That's why we're still talking about the bullish performance here and the bullish upside potential. So that's what we have for the daily. Currently, based on this performance, we could say that probably some surprising bullish signs have appeared, because market dropped out of the flag consolidation, and if it would return back immediately, that might be much better for a bullish background. But we do not see it. Market dropped out and stand here. This is potential sign of weakness, and actually market could show another downside swing. But this is not direct pattern. This is just the market behavior that points on some sentiment on the market. On lower time frames, here we have the more details. So now you can see that the area that we have specified with this trend line successfully has been tested. So the first touch, if somehow you have taken position here, you probably should not be disappointed, because now it stands in the positive area, and maybe even you already moved stops to the break-even. So the first touch of this area has worked nice. First touch, confidence, trend line support, pushed price higher. But we should not forget a couple of things. First of all, we have the divergence, and divergence suggests drop below the C point if it will work. So drop back to the 3230 area. It will not break overall tendency, but as I said, it might be just the road on a larger ABCD pattern. So that's what we have. Second, if you carefully take a look at this performance, it does not look a reversal. This is mostly retracement. Particularly speaking, usually it could take the two different shapes. First is regardless steeple to sell, if market will form this ABCD pattern to the upside, or market even could start forming the butterfly to the downside. So it might be left wing of the butterfly, and that might be the right wing of the butterfly with the downside action. In this case, the next destination point that we will be watching for stands in 3270. So this is XOP of the hand and shoulders pattern, next target. And this is also potential butterfly target. So if you calculate it, you will see that it then stands very close to the XOP. So it's right around it. And that is the final point that we are ready to take for a short-term tendency. So I would say that is critical point for short-term tendency that we just mentioned, because it agrees with the trending line, and this is important support area, as you can see. So that's what we will be watching for. In the current circumstances, I wouldn't consider taking any new long position. We could consider long if we will get clear bullish patterns. For example, if market will jump above the 3360, erase all this stuff, makes hand shoulders be done, and start moving higher, that will be bullish sign. But until market is forming the regardless either triple to or butterfly, it more has the bearish signs. How it is possible to trade here? So if you not want just sit on the hands and wait when you can buy the gold as we do, because we mostly trade on the higher time frames, we trade the grubber on the daily. That's why we're not considering any bearish positions. We would like to use this bearish action to find a good deep to buy, so to enter on the long side. But if you're a scalp trader, you want to trade it on the bearish side, no problems. How you could do this? Just to not miss the trade. You do not know what will happen, whether you get regardless triple to or it will be butterfly. You could try to take some part of your position here, for example 35-40%, but your initial stop has to be above this ABCD target, so somewhere around 33.50. Better if it will be slightly higher, the 618 level, 33.65, maybe somewhere in this area. If you definitely will see that it's not the regardless triple to, the market start dropping, next you move stops above the stop, because this will be invalidation of the potential butterfly, or later you could even drop it to the indecision, on the break even. So that's approximately that you could do, because if you play stop here right now, you could be washed out by this regardless triple two, but bearish context remains intact, and then market could start dropping. So that few common things on the current situation. So if we'll get this pattern, but you already take the 40%, for example 35% of your position here, no problem. With this ABCD you could just add more, stepping in with this regardless triple two, and then take the whole position down together with the stop somewhere around this area initially, and then you can see what will happen. That's approximate plan that you could try to follow if you would like to trade gold on the short side. But be aware that today is the second session of the Chinese United States economy in London. By today's session, it might be some statement be done, and that could really make impact on the markets. If it will be any agreement, significant agreement, or maybe even some breakout in agreement, gold market could react negatively. So from that standpoint, so you could get this drop. Just be aware of that. So this is important event for today. So that's all from me. See you next time.